Hey guys, it's Lisette, and today we are going to create some marble stickers. The things you'll need are a Cricut cutting machine. Today I'm using my Cricut Joy, the extra fine point pen, some sticker paper, watercolors and a brush, isopropyl alcohol, and an eyedropper. If you don't have an eyedropper, you can also just use a paintbrush. Now I'll link everything I used in the description below so you can find it pretty easily. The first thing we're going to do is actually paint our sticker paper. This paper is matte and so it absorbs the watercolor pretty easily, and there's not a lot of rules for this part. I would go ahead and choose two complementary colors to create a pretty marble pattern, and honestly you can be as messy as you want. You can see here that I'm using a lot of water and a semi-dark blue and then kind of a teal color. And I'm just literally throwing the paint on the paper with lots of water and letting it happen. Do not stress too much over this, but I would go ahead and choose some complementary colors or colors that really blend well together. So you may want to do a test strip before you actually paint the paper. Now once you've got a good bit of your paper covered with paint and water, we're going to pull out our little tricks. This is where you're going to grab your alcohol and your eyedropper. Fill that eyedropper up with a little bit of alcohol and just start dropping. It creates this crazy, awesome marble, galaxy, whatever you want to call it. It looks really neat. You just go crazy with this, add as little or as much as you want. Basically, wherever you put the alcohol, the paint will start to avoid, and it'll create a little bit of a marble effect. Okay, so now we're going to set that aside to dry and create our actual sticker in the Cricut design space. You can see here that I am using a circle shape, and I'm going to shrink it down to 2 inches by 2 inches. I'm going to make sure it is set to cut, and I'm going to go ahead and change the material color to white. Then I'm going to add text with the words thank you. Obviously you can do whatever words you want. And the font I am going to choose today is called Adelicia Script Rough, or Slant Rough. I'm going to adjust my letter space so that the letters connect. Then I'm going to adjust my line space as well so that the U is closer up to the thank. And then finally I'm going to align it to the center so it fits nicely. And select it to be drawn. Now when you select something to be drawn with a marker, it's always good to push the weld button like I just did so that you don't have extra lines. As you can see, when the Cricut draws something that is thicker than the actual pen itself, it's going to kind of look more like an outline. But I actually like that in this case. So you'll want to pay attention to that depending on what font you choose. Now centering the thank you within the circle, and I am attaching them so that they stick together. Now I'm just going to copy and paste this and make sure that they're nicely aligned. I can get about 10 of these 2-inch stickers on my 6x12 Cricut Joy mat. Obviously, if you have a larger mat or you're using a machine that can accommodate a larger mat, you're going to be able to get more stickers per page. I like to put a group of them together and then just copy and paste that group. You do need to make sure that you're staying within the bounds of your mat, so I'm going to have to delete these last 2 stickers right here. Okay, and now we are all ready to cut and draw this. So I'm going to select my mat size. I've got a 4.5 by 12 today, and it's time to draw, then cut. Okay, so for this, I take the actual sticker page and use a paper cutter to cut it in half vertically. Looks like I got a little bit of paint on my poor mat. I'm rough on them. Thank goodness they last a while. Here I'm loading my fine point pen, and the Joy is going to make sure everything's aligned. And then you just get to watch it write, which is so much fun. I love this part. This is obviously a little bit sped up, but it still writes pretty quickly. Another thing to note is that you might want to be careful on the colors that you use for your watercolor, because you do want your script to be able to be seen. So that's the benefit of having a white sticker sheet with maybe a lighter blue or a lighter color of watercolor painted on. You can still read that black script pretty easily. These are pretty fun stickers. I've used them for thank you gifts, obviously, baby showers, wedding showers. There's always a fun purpose just to put a cute custom sticker on something. So now I'm changing out and putting the blade in so that it can actually cut the circular shape in the vinyl. And we are all done. I'm going to pull it off the mat, remove the excess, and they look awesome. I hope this has been helpful, you guys, and I can't wait to see what stickers you make.